Hey, Jack Squad, what's going on? I was trying to figure some things out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna figure it out later on tonight. I can see the countdown, but y'all can't see the countdown. I want y'all to see the countdown. What's going on, Jack Squad? Happy Monday. Hope everybody's Monday was groovy and great. Let me get a sip. I just ate on full. Uh-oh, I always do this. Let me turn this down. Hey, Neat Neat. My girl, Neat Neat. Hold on. Got it. Okay. Okay. What's going on, Neek Neek? I'm gonna figure it out tonight. Now, see, a lot of times, y'all just don't know, I be up all night trying to figure out shit on YouTube. I ain't got no money to pay nobody to do the technical stuff. So I'll be Googling it and researching and everything, trying to figure stuff out. Like, I have a countdown, like you see on other bloggers, the 29, 30, all that, the countdown, right, with the music. I can see it. Y'all can't see it. I got to figure out how y'all can see it. Hey, India. I know the day. Let me tell you, I got to tell y'all about my Monday. Hey, T, my girls is here. My comfort zone. I got to tell y'all. Let me tell y'all something. So y'all know most days before I go to work, I'm editing my book. I'm editing my book myself. I'm doing that, right? I'm taking my time and doing that. Hey, Denise. So today, now I'm in chapter 7. It get heavy, right? I did that this morning before I did some YouTube stuff. That's my day. Book, YouTube, get dressed, go to work. Live at 8. Day gone, right? So today, as I was editing and reliving, now I thought I wrote the book cool. Ooh, I feel refreshed. It's all, it's all out there. But now that I'm editing, I'm reliving the shit, right? If I had $500, I would just let somebody edit my book because it's going back down memory lane, some shit I forgot about, some shit I never ever talk about until I start writing a book. So it left me in a funk. And I almost let it ruin my whole day, right? It left me in a funk. I shed some tears, and I'm guessing this is just a process. I'm writing a book. This is just a process, and you got to relive them emotions and all that shit, right? But it left me in a funk. It left me in so much of a funk. I was like, I don't want to do shit, right? And I shook that. And then I prayed. I was thinking to myself at work. I was like, Jackie, pray that shit away, right? I prayed it away, and now I'm happy. I'm back. I'm all right. I was, y'all, I was in a mess. You hear me? I was in a mess. But I said, okay, this is what it's gonna be. I'm gonna endure this. I pray for strength and endurance to get me through this process. And that's that. So I was in a funk because I was ready to tell y'all I ain't going no motherfucking live. I ain't doing shit. I need to just get in my bed and think and cry and sulk and shit, right? And I was like, girl, that shit was then. This is now. Push through. I had to talk to myself. Sometimes I had to talk to myself, right? And that's what I did. That's what I did today. I talked to myself, right? Because I was in a funk. And before we go any further, can we talk about the Chris Breezy diss to Quavo? Can we talk about that? Did y'all all hear that? Did y'all? I hope y'all heard it. I swear to God, I'm so proud of Chris Breezy. I don't even know why. I ain't got no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Chris Brown because Chris Brown is he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer for sure. Besides being an R&B artist, a dancer, he is an entertainer, right? That's right. He said, all my sisters, that's right. He brought it and handed it to him. Here you go, nigga. This is what it is, right? I was like, if I could have called him like nephew, right? He did that. Now, I don't know how it started. Somebody said Quavo threw the first shot. I don't know, but sometimes you got to stay in your lane. And he said some shit that hit close to home, like when something about take off, they wish it was you. I was like, ooh, Lord have mercy. Ah, man. he definitely bought it. I'm petty and I like shit like that. I'm proud. Ain't nobody getting ready to throw no hands or nothing. I'm guessing it's entertainment beef. And Chris Brown ain't even a rapper, but he should be. He should be. He should be. Yeah, it was. I was like, ooh, if I could play it, if YouTube let you play music, we'd be playing it right now. We'd be playing it right now. I was like, ooh, he said that. He killed him. He dead. He gone. He killed him, had the funeral, and went to the cemetery. I'm like, damn. How do you, and for real, ain't no comeback from that, because I don't believe Quavo. I think Takeoff was the star, him and Offset, right? I ain't sure. But ain't no comeback to that. Just leave that alone and just fade to black for right now and let the people forget about it. Don't try to come back. Don't try to do nothing. Just fade to black and just do something different. Don't fool with that man no more. Don't fool with him. Yeah, I would like to see Chris Brown because he can dance. I like dancing. He's a dancer. He's an entertainer. He is an entertainer. Only problem with it, if I went to see Chris Brown, the audience might be too young for me and get on my nerves, especially if they smoke a weed and shit. Like, listen, y'all, everybody do what they do, but it's some young boy I work with. He smelled like weed for about the first 3 hours of work. Like, what kind of weed that is you smoking, sir? No. And I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke weed when I was young too. But did we smell like that? Because that shit is awful. What kind of weed they smoking that stank like that, right? And it's so heavy on your body. Like, I hope I wasn't walking around smelling like that. I swear to God. Because that shit, everybody know what you're doing. Everybody know what you're doing. Everybody should not know what you're doing. And you should not come to work. You should not come into the workhouse smelling like reefer. That's old school. Reefer. I heard somebody say that today. I was like, huh? Should not come to work smelling like weed. You just should not. You should not. You should not. Quavo need to just go. Wait. What you say? T said Quavo need to just go be a Walmart greeter. Damn. And who was the girl that they both went with or both had sex with? Who was that person? Tell me who that is. Because I don't see somebody that's fooling with Chris Brown messing with Quavo. Not saying nothing wrong with Quavo. They're just two different type of dudes. He put on a phenomenal show. Oh, you seen him? I know he did. Oh, Sweetie. That's right. Why would Sweetie... But if I was Sweetie, I wouldn't want Quavo. If I was any of them girls. I didn't know Sweetie messed with Chris. I don't even know how anybody now. This is a whole nother subject, but I don't know how anybody messed with Chris Brown because he's obsessive compulsive, lightweight stalkerism in him. I don't know how anybody date Chris Brown. I know that's his past, but I'm just saying he did that a couple, 2-3 times. So I would be scared to date him. Concerts bring out all ages. Okay, because I said. Before I even heard the diss track, earlier I was watching him on YouTube or something. He was dancing or something. And I said, I would like to see Chris Brown. I ain't never had that thought before. I like Chris Brown, but I never had a thought of I want to see Chris Brown. But if you're going to pay $100, whatever them tickets cost, $200, whatever the tickets costed nowadays, somebody had to be entertaining. I mean, they got to sing, dance, do all type of shit for me, right? And Chris Brown fit that bill. He fit that bill, right? Because he's high energy. Too. He's high energy, right? Yeah. I would like to see Chris Brown. I would like to see Chris Brown for sure. I would like to see Chris Brown. I never thought about it before until yesterday. Then he did that diss track. Listen, I'm petty, so I like shit like that. I want to see me some old Chris Breezy. I hope he come after I get me a car because I can't do shit till I get me a car. And I think that's the reason for I think I was depressed or some shit today. I don't know what the fuck I was, but I shook it off about the middle of the day, end of the day. I shook that shit off, but I think that's what it is. But anyway, y'all, I like me some Chris Breezy. Now, I'd seen, but I didn't have time to look at it, that Quavo had a response. I don't believe it was a diss track, but some sort of response. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see the response that he said? I believe it was something he said. But I wouldn't... if I was Quavo, just go and give it up. Now, which one was Offset feuding with? Was it Takeoff or Quavo? Was that who he was feuding with? And which one was his cousin? One of them was Offset's cousin. I want to say it was Takeoff, was his cousin. But they all grew up together. But see, these girls, they ain't making all this money and they beautiful, and then they still don't know their worth. Because Quavo wouldn't be my pick. Matter of fact, my pick would be a record executive of some sort. A&R dude or something. It wouldn't be no rapper dudes. Definitely wouldn't be no rapper dudes, right? And I got to tell y'all something else. Now, I did not, for some reason, I forgot. Probably I was just that book, right? I forgot to set up my laptop 15 minutes ago, right? I do not have nothing to talk about except for one thing. I got something to talk about, but I don't have a list of things to talk about. So whatever we're going to talk about, y'all tell us and we're going to talk about it. But first, I want to talk about Dolton, Illinois, child. The subpoenas done been handed down. I think it was 22 or 24 subpoenas. They want the people to come in, and all the subpoenas is for the people to tell what they know about the mayor and her cronies. Now, what I saw earlier, I think this happened Friday. She wrote, so let me go back. So the trustees, in order for somebody to spend some money, had to be two people's names on the check. The mayor and another trustee or secretary, somebody else's name on the check, right? In order for the checks to get cashed, okay? Now, she wrote a $500,000 check and crossed out that person's name and cashed it at the money exchange. And the money exchange owner got arrested the other day. Business shut down. This lady is I want to believe this is what I thought. Let me tell y'all what else she's done, and y'all tell me, because I believe she can be tried for extortion. So there's been several businesses. I've been seeing this months ago. She will not give them their business license, right? This is how selfish and greedy and all about herself she is. Because if you got businesses and they're not open, it does the city no good. They can't pay their taxes. It's a whole effect, right? She shut down this one man. He had a U-Haul business and he had another business. She done shut down a couple of bars or like lounges or whatever, because if they don't finance her campaign or whatever it is she want money for, she won't issue them their business license when it's time to renew. And these people have lost money. And the people that work, like one of these places was like an internet place and a bar. He said he had 24 employees. Them people gonna lose their jobs. All of that is money that could go toward the city because they live in Dolton, right? And I said today, this is extortion. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If you don't do what she wants you to do, and the police chief is in on it as well. The police chief, that's why the police officers is doing what they want to do, because the chief is in on this shit too, right? So I wondered, is they all splitting the pot? What's going on? She wrote a $500,000 check. First of all, who writes a $500,000 check? You go in the bank and handle your business that way, right? She wrote the check and took it to the money exchange. And they believe that now they arrested the money exchange owner. His business is shut down. Feds arrested him, I think, Friday. They believe that he did it because she threatened him like she has been doing the other businesses, and he wanted to keep his business open. I ain't going to penitentiary for nobody. I would have called. See, one of the black men, one of the businessmen is black, the U-Haul guy. He said he called the FBI way back about her because she wouldn't give him his business license, right? I thought Takeoff was his nephew. That's right. I knew it was something like that. But no, I think it is nephew. Yeah, it is his nephew. Hey, Queen. Hey, Denise. Yeah, Takeoff is his nephew. You're right. I said cousin. It's the nephew. Yeah, I knew somebody was kin to him, right? They all grew up together, but Takeoff was his nephew. Yeah, but she is extorting these business owners and has shut down three businesses, and the fourth business is shut down is because of They say he did what she wanted him to do for fear of the retaliation, because the retaliation be you can't have, they won't renew your business license, and the police will go in there and harass them. Like one of the business owners said, the police came in there and made everybody leave. Like they like bullies. They like the Gestapo. Like she has lost her whole mind. Now they got these subpoenas, 22 or 24 subpoenas, and it's two people to tell their stories, right? She got to be sweating in her boots right now. She got to be, because the people is telling, the people is talking, and they happy. They're talking. They've been talking. They've been wanting to get rid of her since 2022. They had something on the ballot for a recall vote, and she vetoed it. It did some shit, and the judge, no, she didn't do nothing. The judge sided with her, so they're saying the judge is on her side too. So I'm wondering, is Tiffany going around here? What Tiffany doing to some of these men, these big wigs, the police chief, the judge? What has she been doing, y'all? And they on her side when she dead ass wrong. Like the police chief, you are in jeopardy of losing your job and your pension. Not only do you lose your job, you lose your pension. Like, ain't nobody worth none of that. What's going on? What Tiffany doing? She got a magic spell or something on her? Hey, John. Hey, John. Like, hey, Lisa Marie. Like, I'm trying to figure out, why would you jeopardize your livelihood fucking with her, right? Especially the police chief. And, you know, she did buy a fleet. She bought a fleet of expeditions for the police force. Now, that's a little township. Y'all don't need all that, but that's what she did, right? But I believe it's a cover-up for more money that has been spent. For her to write a $500,000 check. Who writes a $500,000 check? You go into the bank, you talk to the manager, you go get your money, you do something like that. You don't write no check and take it to the money exchange. To the money exchange? Did he even have $500,000 in the money exchange? Well, that was something set up. She told him to go get the money. Yeah, she run it in the ground. Yeah, she is. She done ran it in the ground. Like I said, it's going to take years to recover from that. It's going to take years to recover from that. I'm glad that the feds are there and they doing their due diligence. And it seems to me like they overruling or overstepping or overriding Lori Lightfoot. Maybe they're going to, in conjunction, when she come up with her findings, but they doing their own thing, seems to me, right? Well, listen, she conducted it like a mafia boss. She conducted that town like a mafia boss, because they say anytime she does not agree, how you going to tell me I got to spend my money with you? And then you won't give me a business license. She didn't kick people out of their office. I know the bookkeeper, what is the bookkeeper? Is not called a bookkeeper when it's the city, it's called something else. They kicked her out of her office. She done did a lot of things. She has done. I don't even know how she thought she could get away with this. And now that I'm thinking, the only way she had to think she was getting away with this is if she is somebody that's, like they say, protecting her or shielding her momentarily. I don't know if they thought the feds was going to come in there or not. And I think that she thought this is a small little township. One is a village, one is a township. I think Thornton is a township and Dolton is a village, or vice versa, right? It's small municipalities, right? And she thought, she know all them people. She said, shit, I can run over these motherfuckers. I'm going to get them. She had to think that. Those are her thoughts going in. Those are her thoughts going in. There's no way, those are her thoughts going in. You got charity, you got a foundation in your name. They don't know where the money at. I know extortion got to be in there somewhere. It got to be. Now, they arresting the people around her. They arrested the man with the money exchange. And they indicted her right-hand man, Keith Freeman. But we still got to get Buddy, Andrew Holmes, who allegedly SA'd her assistant, right? And all those police officers that have been nothing but short of bullies, right? And then, you know, they're going to be looking stupid when they lose their job. Because of Tiffany. They're going to be looking real stupid. They're going to be looking real. Hey, Kay. They're going to be looking real stupid. They're a higher power pushing her forward. I think she has a battery in her back. She's a robot. Who's behind her? I would like to know that myself. I'd like to know who's behind her, too. Well, it looked like the judge, when they tried to recall it, the judge said no. Now, I don't know who the judge was. I didn't get the name. I didn't go Google him and nothing like that because I was just watching it a little bit ago. I was Tiffany over there sucking everybody's dick. What's happening? What's happening? Because people was risking their livelihoods for her. I want to know what's happening. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That they thought they could get away with this because there's no way you. And they said they gave. So when she got into office, this is another thing. When she got into office, it was during the pandemic. So no money had been being spent from the previous mayor. So she had a fresh budget. That's why she was doing all type of shit, right? She had a fresh budget. They're going to have a ironclad case when they finally. Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. I still want to know how she justifies her salary. The highest paid mayor in San Francisco, and he makes $444,000. How she make that money in small towns? That's what they got. That's what they allotted her. I think that there's a big boss behind her. That's what they allotted her. That's what they allotted her. And what I don't understand is if the median income is only $24,000, how could they afford to do that? How could they have a budget that big? Right? How could they have a budget that big? That's what I want to know. But you know what though? The state gives them money, right? Am I right? They get money from the state. Yeah, I think that's what happens. They get money from the state. I think the state do some funding. I believe. I think that's what happens. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm trying to make sure all my devices are synced up. Yeah, that's what I think. They get money from the state or the federal government. There's money come down the pipeline. I do believe that. They're not just, the money is just not solely from the taxpayers. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't believe the money is just not solely from the taxpayers because they couldn't afford that like that. But they had fresh money. They did say that. And one of the trustees that is not on her side, said, this is why we had a plan set in motion for two people to be able to cash a check. So she crossed that out. They showed the check. She crossed that shit out, cashed that check, gave it to Buddy. And he gave her that $500,000, and now he was in handcuffs. The picture I saw, he was in handcuffs, and his business has been shut down for a few days. Ain't no way in hell if you threaten. So me, I guess I'm a little different because I done did wrong. I done did lots of wrong, and I done paid for it, some of it, right? That was on my behalf. I ain't doing wrong for you. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing wrong for you. I'm gonna call the people, baby. Look here, dig here. She trying to pressure me to do this, and that, and I'm gonna shut down my business for a minute. Or get me some people. Like I don't know how. Well, I guess because the police have guns and all that, but I'm gonna have to call Pookie now. 130 grand. She stole money. The mayor in my surrounding areas, and they are considered affluent, only make about 110 grand. Yeah, well, they giving her close to 300,000. She get more than $250,000. She getting 287,000 and some change. That's how much she getting, and that they showed her W-2s. I didn't even know mayors got that kind of money, right? I don't know how they was able to give her that kind of money. I don't know. But I know as soon as she got in there, they wanted her out. And they had a recall, and 56% of the people wanted her out, which is not a large number. Because if it was, to me, I would need to be about 60%, 65%. I would say, ooh, they don't want her. But it was like half and half, right? She's undercover informant. A black woman in a one-horse town wouldn't have a chance. Well, she from there. She's born and bred there. She's been groomed there. That's one. She's been groomed there. Yeah, she's been groomed there. right? It's actually a suburb outside of Chicago, But the way the government is set up, if it's this many people in the community, it's a township. If it's this many people, it's a village. You know what I'm saying? Because when I think about it, we got a village, but it's a sort of affluent people. Maybe I would say middle class folks, right? So that's what I was thinking they were. That's why I was thinking maybe, they made 50, 60,000 a year, the median income. But when they said 24,000, I'm like, shit, how they afford that shit? But I think, and I'd have to Google this, that they get state funds and they probably get federal funds. There's money coming down the pipeline for different things, because you have to fix the roads. You have to update, like she updated the police force fleet. There's things you have to do, and that money comes from the government. 48,000 and 200 as the township supervisor. Damn, the townships. So the township was paying her more than the village. Is the village bigger than the township? Because I thought Dolton was bigger than Thornton. So I was thinking Dolton, that's the village. I'm thinking it's bigger, I thought. John Q, is Dolton bigger? Because, Dolton is the big thing. They got the big city hall. That's where all the meetings is held. So I was thinking Dolton was bigger than Thornton. So Thornton paying that kind of money. That's where the money at in Thornton. The money ain't in Dolton from the citizens. Dolton must be upper middle class or something. We got to find that out. Yeah. Oh. So Thornton, and that's her right-hand man is also the right-hand man in Thornton and Dolton, right? They saw a lick and said, shit, we about to get these motherfuckers. That's what like I said, the trustees said, we have fresh money because it had been a pandemic. So they just had at it. They were just having their way. Jesus Christ. Ooh. I would hate to be her. I'm telling y'all, when them people finish with all the monies that she owe and all the things, because me personally, I think she's been extorting them people. 180,000 residents, Dolton. Oh, Dolton is smaller than Thornton. Oh, so that's where the money coming from, because Dolton is the one that had the median income is 24,000. So the median income in Thornton has to be much more. Okay, thank you for that, John Q. Oh, now we're getting to it. Okay. See, I thought Dolton was, because they was always at the Dolton City Hall. Okay, but I guess Thornton just conduct their business through Dolton. Oh yeah, she gonna do some time. She got to do some time. Now. She got to do some time. See, when the people put you up, when the people prop you up, they let you know if this happened, this and this and that. She got to do some time. There's no way in the fuck she can do all this shit. Because in my opinion, like I said, what concerns me is the extortion. That's extortion all day long. If you tell them, I'm not going to give you your business license unless you give me some money, that's extortion. Ain't it? That's number one, besides theft in office, I can think of a whole bunch of motherfucking crimes. Theft in office, extortion. I don't know what that's called. Some sort of fraud when she cashed that one check and scratched her name out. Ain't that some kind of fraud or something? I can think of a whole bunch of crimes she over there committing. Shit. And I ain't no specialist. I'm not a prosecutor, lawyer, none of them things, right? But I know it's some crimes she committed over there. I know that. It's some crimes. And the police chief has to go too. Like, because when they ask him a question, it's like, that's you a lie. They so unprofessional, they so good, ghetto and hood over there. When the interviews, when the reporters, WGN and whatever other news people ask them questions, they not professional. Like, oh no, we'll have to check into that and see. I'm not quite sure. Let me get back with you. That's a lie. You a lie, and I know who told you that too. They was just like, these the people that's running the city. Sheesh, I'd be scared. I would really be scared if my police chief If the police force was that what's the word I want? Corrupt. That's the word, corrupt. If the mayor and the police chief and the police force was that corrupt, I'd be scared to live there. And the lady who talked at one of the meetings said the police unalived her daughter wrongfully, and the city did nothing about it. And I just heard this today. I didn't have a good take on it. I just heard it a few minutes ago. Child, she is letting the police see. This is what makes me think she's diabolical, right? She's diabolical. She is allowing the policemen who failed the police test to become officers. Now, what kind of sense do that make if she ain't diabolical? That's diabolical, right? That is diabolical. She is letting them. I wish I could find because I just listened to that. Hold on. I don't know if it's this phone or my other phone. Hold on. How do you see what you just looked at? Okay, here we go. I don't, maybe it was my other phone. $500,000 check. I got to find where I saw that at. I have to find where I saw that at, but yeah. Mm-mm. I believe she was commingling funds between Dolton and Thornton. Yes, she's using credit cards. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a case. Credit card fraud, all that. That's a case. Electronic funds for the hotel's food. Yeah. I'm telling you, she went to the Four Seasons in Atlanta. Let me just see, but I'm pretty sure because I've looked at the price before. It's close to $400 a night. Let me see. And it depends on what type of room you get. Let me see something. I'm gonna just for my own curiosity. Four Seasons in Atlanta. I know Four Seasons is high anywhere you go. Four Seasons, Atlanta. Four Seasons Hotel. Let's see. Prices. Here we go. I knew it. It's over $400 a night. It can range anywhere, and this is the deal with Expedia and Booking.com. $436 to $595. The Four Seasons is expensive. I don't know what room she had, but I know Four Seasons is expensive. And it started at around $400 a night. I knew that because I remember I looked one time. I was like, shit, I ain't need me looking at no rooms here. $400 a night. If she's FBI, why is she ain't FBI, child. She just a greedy motherfucker that got up in there and saw them people as stupid. That's as trusting, not stupid, as trusting. She saw, because she grew up with a lot of them folks. She grew up there. She know them people. They was on her campaign. They voted her in. She is a unscrupulous individual. Her dude just got penitentiary. Now, I'm not saying people go to penitentiary is bad, but I'm just saying. I think he has some type of sexual offenses. I'm not quite sure. I don't forgot. But she's conducting herself like a street brawl. She conducting herself like she in the streets, not like she's a professional and a mayor of a city. That ain't how she conducting herself. Because she ain't got no smoothness, no finesse to her at all. You could have took a little bit of money, they probably wouldn't have seen it. You just going in, you just raping them. Everybody trying to get a business, you shutting businesses down because they don't have a license. Now, one guy said his business was able to stay open because he has a license from the state. But the police still come in there and harass his customers. Mm-hmm. She has now made it hard for any. Yeah, she has. African American that tries to go seat after her. Yeah, she has. But the thing is, it's predominantly black, though. It is predominantly a black city. I know Dolton is. I don't know about Thornton. I've got to look into Thornton. But she has made it hard. But what they're going to do? Because you have to, I think in order to be the mayor, you have to live there. And that's in any city, right? You have to be a resident of that city. So you have to vote on principles and not personality. See, she had a lot of personality and she tricked them. She has a lot of personality and she told them what they wanted to hear. That's what I'm saying, right? Not knowing that she was a psychopathic, narcissist, diabolical individual, right? And that was going to take them for everything she could. Yeah. They didn't know that because she has personality. She has personality, and that's people. A lot of times, that's how we vote, if we like them or not. We don't dig deep in to see what their principles are. We don't ask those questions, what they stand on, what they believe in. We don't ask that. They black, we like them, they cute, okay, vote them in. Yeah, I know that's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? What I have learned to do is if I don't know anything about you, like especially with judges and stuff like that, if I don't know anything about you, never heard of you, don't know what you stand for, I don't vote. I just don't vote. I don't go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I just don't vote for that, right? Because I don't know you and I don't know the other person. So ain't nobody gets my vote. That's what I do. She's brazenly took the town over. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Run amok. I believe she is the worst mayor in the history. Now, I can't remember all what Kwame did, but Kwame was funneling funds and doing stuff with money too. But I don't think to this degree. Not to this degree, right? And I think he got about 20 years. Let me see what Kwame initially got. She's going to have to wait till the next president. Hope she's down with whoever going to be president. Let me see, how much time did Kwame get? How much time did Kwame get? 28 years. I said 20. Woo, I remember when he got sent, I was like, damn, 28 years in 2013, federal penitentiary. Yeah, he had sentence. I don't know how many he did. He did about 5 or 6. I don't think he did that many of them. 2013. Who got him out? Trump got him out. Yeah, he didn't do. I don't think he did 10. I don't think he did 10. Yeah. He served 7 years of a 28-year sentence. I know he was kicking his heels. God damn it, I'd have been screaming to the high heavens. You think you about to sit there the rest of your life, damn near, and you get out in 7. Kilpatrick's sentence was among the stiffest in U.S. history for public corruption. See, that's what she's doing, public corruption. Let me read this, because this is what they're going to base this off of. Public corruption. I was trying to get to that part to see what all they said. But public corruption. Yeah, that's what she's going to get. See, he tried to convince Obama to commute him, and Obama didn't. I didn't know that. Yeah. She gonna do. See, I'm telling you, she gonna get some time. She was spending about $1 million in police security detail overtime over the regular police budget. Wow. Police officer Terry Young clicked. I seen that. He was working round the clock. That's what, according to his time sheet. 13,000 a paycheck. Ooh. Some way back stuff that happened probably have her pissed off to the highest and on revenge on the leaders. I don't even think it was deep. I just think it was greed. Queen. Plain and simple. She had the cookie jar. They handed her the cookie jar. Greed is a powerful thing. And add that on with power. She had power, money, and greed. They're all lethal if used in the wrong way. Very lethal ingredients if used the wrong way. That's what that was. And once she did something, she did something and got away with it. Like, oh shit, right? And it just went on and on. Now, what she told and I believe, like, she letting the police officers clock all that money. She was letting them all do that. That's why they all down with her. They all got greedy. They all saw it as a lick and they all got greedy. Because the police chief had to go along with it for his officers to do it. Because the chief oversees the officers, right? So he getting extra money. They was all getting money. That's why they was fighting hard for him, bullying people and doing all that shit. Because they was getting hella money. They was getting that money. She split the pot. She ain't the only. She's not the only one that got money. She ain't the only one that got money. She's not the only one that got money. They all got money. They all got a piece of the pie. She gonna go down the hardest, but they all going down. Everybody who's clocked wrong, like Lori Lightfoot, what Lori Lightfoot is doing, if I hope I'm saying this right, what I think she's doing, she's like the forensic accountant. She's going to go through with a fine-tooth comb where all that money was going. And everybody got a piece of the pie, going to get in trouble. Everybody got a piece of the pie, going to get in trouble. And trust, most of those police officers, she promised them a new car so they can ride around a new car. They ain't really got to do shit because it probably ain't that much crime down there, right? Except for the shit they committing. And they taking lunch breaks, they working overtime, ain't doing shit, they going home fucking their wives, they was having their way. They was having their way. Write a few tickets. They was having their way. They was having their way. But that's still, for me, ain't no way I'm gonna mess up my pension, especially the police chief. What was you thinking? Tiffany make me think Tiffany, she did something with somebody now. It wasn't nobody but the chief. And then he told everybody else what to do. You did something now. I can't, the police chief that damn stupid to go for that shit, right? And jeopardize going to the penitentiary and losing your career and losing your, because people that sign up to be a police, they don't sign up to be a police for a couple years, 6 months. That's their career. That's what they want to do. So they want to see it all the way to the end. I think they only have to do 20 years and they can retire, I believe. Civil service policemen don't have to do for 20 years, I think. Right? So that's what they signed up to do. They committed to that shit for 20 years. You gonna jeopardize your pension? That's dumb. It's gonna be extremely hard for Tiffany and Keith to hold any board meetings going forward. Oh no, that's over with. The residents will be asking for Keith to resign because of the fraud indictment. Yeah. They're gonna ask for her. I want to say they asked for her, said something about her too. Yeah, she's out of her mind thinking she will not be punished for a slew of serious charges she have committed. Yeah, she gonna listen. When they finish, the feds is doing their thing. Lori Lightfoot is doing her thing on the money side. See, Lori gonna follow to find out where the money went. That's her job, if I'm not mistaken, right? Forensically. She's looking for the money trail, right? Where did the money go? When she put her findings along with the Fed findings, child, them charges gonna be so steep. And how old is what this girl name? How old is Tiffany Henyard? She might be in her 30s. If she in her 30s, she dumb. She's thinking like a 30s. You think you're invincible in your 30s. How? Because you can't be in your 40s thinking that stupidly like that. How old is Tiffany? How old is Tiffany Henyard? She 40, y'all. Oh, you stupid. You about to be 65 when you get out. You be ready to retire. Oh, she 40. Ooh, child. They ain't even gonna give you no grace. See, and then I was thinking she was in her 30s and they might extend her a little grace. They ain't gonna do you no grace, sis. You 40. You 40 years old, girl. Bye. Shit, you stupid as shit. She must ain't never known nobody to go to the Fed. She must don't know how that shit work. I'm telling you, when she in front of that judge, and that judge say 242 months, and you trying to calculate in your head how many years is that? They don't get the time in years. You don't know what the fuck the time is until you calculate it up. You know what I'm saying? Now they tell you before you go in, this is what you're looking at, right? But you don't know what you confused. You standing there in a state of confusion, right? Until you get your calculator out and figure out how many years that is. Completely threw it away. Like you can't never hold a political office. It's gonna be hard for you to get a job unless you work for a nonprofit or something, because you're a felon. You can't be trusted because you see, for one, it's easier. Do y'all know this? Let me tell y'all this. It's easier for I don't know if I can say this word, an unaliver to get a job than it is for somebody that steals. You want to know how I know? Because I was in a program one time. I'm a professional, right? I caught a case. I'm a professional. And I was in a program. They help you get a job, right? You go through this program, how many weeks? Teach you how to do a resume. All the shit I already knew how to do, but I went to the program because at the end, it was going to help you get a job, right? And the unalivers got jobs before me. I never got a job. You know why I didn't get a job through that program? Because they told me I was overqualified. So I was in a quagmire. I'm a felon, but I'm overqualified, right? The unalivers got jobs for me, before me. Before anybody did, matter of fact. Sure did. Yep. If you steal, people don't trust you, don't want you around them. They trust an unaliver before they trust a thief. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact, right? You could be on drugs probably for the, I got a whole bunch of stories. That'd be in my book, but you could be on drugs and people would give you a second chance before a thief. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nobody's gonna trust you. Nobody's gonna trust her around their money. Because you're too slick. Because see, it's some more stuff that we don't know that she's done. Because if you crossed out them names, this system was in place. 2 people to cash a check. She said, "Fuck them people," and took it to the money exchange. So she couldn't take it to the bank. First of all, you can't even take a check to the bank that's crossed out and stuff. You can't even do that, right? So that's why she went to the money exchange. She extorted dude and went to the money exchange. Now where he got $500,000 from, I don't know, but that's where she went, right? Because you can't go to the bank with no crisscross check. You can't do that, right? And the bank you got to wait. It's things in place when you go to the bank and get that kind of money, right? Especially when it's 2 people on there. Now, if it's just yours, you just go get your money. But this was a business. I want to say, I don't know if you call it a business account, but the city's account. So the bank wasn't going to really fool with you too good like that. So she knew exactly what she was doing. And what did she do with the 500,000? That's what I want to know. What did she do with the 500,000? She split it with somebody. She didn't just take all the whole 500,000. Ooh, child. I was thinking today, I wonder, does she have any offshore accounts? She'd have to, stealing all that money. Because they could easily go to her bank account, right? She ain't got that money in the bank. She might have it buried, or she might have it in a box or something. Like, where's that money at? Because you was making good money. She's a slum landlord, so you getting rent. She got properties. Why did you feel the need to take so much when you was already doing well? Greed. Power and greed. Power and greed. Like, you're going to get a long time to think about that shit, though. You're going to have a long time to think about that shit. Because I see 20 years in the future, at least. Because like I said, I think that's extortion, what she did to those business owners. That got to be extortion. Besides all the different kind of frauds, they can put bank fraud. If she sent some money somewhere, that's mail fraud. She can get all kind of stuff, right? She got that money. Seems like she's been doing this for a while. Yeah, since she's been in there. I'm telling you, they tried to recall her in 2022. They realized they made a mistake. Soon as they got her in there, almost, they realized they had made a mistake. And she had to recall it, and the judge said no. Yep. The judge said no. And so she stayed. So now I'm hoping her term is up. John Q, do you know when her term is up? Wait. Her boyfriend, the dude from that just got the penitentiary, he married? What? Wait a minute. She is her married boyfriend Kamal Woods, possibly. He gonna turn on her too. If it come down between him and her, he gonna turn on her. I would love to down with some of those citizens and see why they voted for her. She told them what they wanted to hear. And like I said, she was a hometown girl. You know, they watched her grow up. They knew her. Everybody knew her. She went to school there. You know, they knew her. Dolton, you know what I'm saying? Because Dolton, you see what he said, 21,000. You know, when it's small like that, everybody know everybody somewhat, right? And so they knew her. You know, she done went to college. She's a small town girl, made it big. She graduated college. You know, got a degree. She come back. But see, and she's 40, so she knew a lot of folks. She's 40. I was thinking she was in her 30s. Yeah, and see what's gonna happen, John, is they're gonna turn on each other. They're gonna implode. They're gonna implode, right? They're gonna turn each other. Because you know how it goes. Maybe y'all don't know. I know that when they get to talking to Keith Freeman, when they talk to Keith Freeman, I don't know that essay business with Andrew Holmes. That's on Lori Lightfoot, I believe. But that Keith Freeman, they're going to ask him, if they have not already, which I'm sure they have. That might be why the arraignment has not came yet. At least not Friday it had. And I ain't checked the last few days. He hasn't been arraigned. Usually you get indicted, then you have an arraignment date. That hasn't happened. I'm telling y'all, they're going to tell him in a way, right? And he's going to tell everything he knows. That's what he's going to do. You right about that, John. I hadn't even thought about that, but you right about that. You know, you right about that. They're going to ask him over and over again. They're going to apply pressure on him. And it's going to be between him and her. He might be the motherfucking, what you call that? The prosecution witness. You know, I watch a lot of Law and Order and shit, right? But he's going to be, I bet you. Kamal was the one who advised Tiffany to terminate the office assistant and demote. Oh, she was. Oh, he was. Well, why would he want to? See, that's another thing. You fired this woman who was SA'd by the trustee. She was your assistant. That was your girl. She know all the shit. No? Wait. Why your comment didn't show on here? So she played nice all those years, and men, she exploded on them. Wait a minute. I got to look on my phone. Now, your comment didn't come on my phone. Why is that? Hold on. Live. Okay. Why is that? Let me turn this down. All right. That is so strange, Queen. Your comment don't show on my phone. It shows on my computer, don't show on my phone. All these years. Yeah, your comment, I can see it on there, but it won't show on my, oh, here you go, right here on this phone. Oh, no, that comment didn't show. Now, when you put my comment, I see that. That is so strange. My comment I can see, or why I can see, but the comment that you made. So she played nice all these years, and then she exploded on them. She switched on them. She's demonic. Yeah, that was her plan. I'm telling you, that was her plan from the beginning. That comment did not come. Ain't that something? That comment didn't come on my phones. It came on my computer though. Yeah, but yeah, that was her plan all along. Especially if she was with Buddy. See, Buddy is the one. Y'all talking about somebody had a battery in her back. Buddy, the one with the battery in her back. Kamal, what his name is? Kamal. Kamal. Wait a minute, hold it. Kamal is the one who has the battery in her back, that boyfriend. She probably been kicking with him all while he was in prison, talking to her. He the one put the battery in her back. That's where she got the shit from. Just came to my head. That's where the shit come from him. Oh, Oh my God, that's where the shit came from, y'all. Him, he is the battery in the back. Dude is, and he got a wife. He got a wife, John. I didn't know he had a wife. But their relationship is so public. He got a wife. They not together, is they? Oh my God. That's who got the battery in her back, though. Him. That's who got the battery in her back. Yeah, she deleted it. Yeah, that's him. I just thought about it now. It's him. He the one got the battery in her back. And especially if he got a wife, he might not even like her like that. I read the lawsuit against Andrew Holmes spells out how Kamal met with what? Then police officer Byron Miles separately. He married? And is he currently with the wife? How the fuck you with a nigga that's got a wife? Publicly, like, oh, you just ain't obeying none of the rules. Not legally or morally. You don't give a damn about the rules, huh, sis? Didn't know that, John. Do you live in Chicago or nearby? Wow. She got him a job and everything. He's a housing inspector, making good money. Oh, he's the one got the battery in her back. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think about that. That's who got the battery in her back. She got the plugs and the connections and this and that. You know, she's a cute girl. Dudes probably like her. You know, the judges and the police chief, everybody, she can flirt with them and do all that stuff. She's a nice looking woman. That's who got the battery in her back. Oh, yeah, I done cracked the case now with John's help. I done cracked the case. That's who got the battery in her back. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. He telling him, this dude, now he ain't even the man. He conducting business. He gonna flip on her show as shit. If it get down to him, when you done read the lawsuit, yeah, he gonna flip on her. All the men gonna flip on her. And they gonna get less time than her. Now, Kamal, has Kamal committed a crime because he talked with them? Has he committed? I don't believe he's committed a crime, has he? Oh, on your channel. Your channel is John. Is your channel John QQ? So what's his vendetta against the leaders? He don't have a vendetta. He's just a criminal-minded dude. I don't believe he got no vendetta. He's just a criminal-minded dude. That's all. Anybody ain't got no vendetta. He saw a way to do what he needed to do through her. John Q, is that the name of your channel? We got to follow John Q if this is the name of his channel. John QQ. I hope I said that right. John QQ. Jackie the Q and John QQ. Okay. Okay, John, I'm gonna follow you. Let me look you up right now. Because I'll forget. Hold on. John QQ. I like that. That's cute. Okay, hold on. How do I find you? Wait a minute. I'm acting stupid now. I know how to do this. Okay, John QQ. John Q. YouTube. Okay, got you. Subscribe. Got you. All right, John. Y'all don't forget to Jack Squad to subscribe to John QQ. You say here you are currently working on missing persons and requested crime case investigations. Okay, John, you somebody to know. Well, thank you for coming over here to the Jack Squad. I'm a new channel. Thank you. Okay, John. Come back I'm here almost every day, John. I work a job, child. I be tired sometime. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we are subscribed. Jack Squad is subscribed to John QQ. I like that. John QQ. Okay. I'm gonna start looking at you tonight. I hope this don't keep me up all night. A lot of times I get on after I watch a couple shows, I get on my phone and be on social media, YouTube, and be. Thank you, John. Thank you. Um, I'm working on the 10,000, John, just like you. I'm working on the 10,000. Maybe we'll have a celebration together. I'm working on the 10,000, child. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying my best to I'm trying to learn some things. I may have to talk to you off the side because I'm trying to learn some things, and it's just me. I am the team. Me, myself, and I am the team. I know. We're JQ and JQ. Yeah. Yeah, that's called divine intervention. In case y'all didn't know, y'all know I believe in the mystical and magical. That's called divine intervention. Well, that's good. Glad to have you, John. Do you ever go live, John? So we can because I'm getting ready to look at your stuff for sure in a minute. But do you ever go live so we can try to catch you? Yeah, I'm sure glad because that you got some information that I need to have. And I don't have a lot of time all the time because I work a job and I'm writing my book. I don't have a lot of time. I have no time. Matter of fact, I was supposed to call my grandkids yesterday, a day before, forgot. I'm gonna try to do it right now. Matter of fact, while I'm still on my mind, child, I'm gonna call my grandkids. But anyway, y'all, tomorrow at 8. Now I'm gonna put it in, even though you might look all day and it ain't on there, but I'm gonna do it tonight. I promise I'm gonna do it tonight. Tomorrow at 8. John, come on back tomorrow. We need your expertise and all that you add. We appreciate you and glad to have you as part of the Jack Squad. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I already ate. Only thing left me to do now is take my wig off and go to bed. Okay, see y'all tomorrow, Jack Squad. Again, welcome, John. See us tomorrow. Bye-bye.